We're gonna ignore the fact that this is a St. Paddy's Day hat, not a tinfoil hat, because your tinfoil hat is what you need, ladies and gentlemen. That is right, the controversies, the conspiracies are heating up, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the tinfoil hat conspiracy theories, I need you to do me one huge favor. I need you to go down. I need you to hit that like. I need you to hit that subscribe, and I need you to hit that bell, okay? Because, well, that's what we live for. What are we actually here for anyway, right? All right, guys. One of the most insane theories going around on the internet right now is this idea that independent game developer BLUEBOX Studios, who is behind the title Abandoned that got announced earlier this year, is actually a shell company and a front led by Hideo Kojima to develop the next installment in the Silent Hill franchise. And before we go too deep, let's take everything back a little bit to contextualize all of this craziness. So Silent Hill is a horror media franchise developed by Japanese-owned Konami and was created all the way back in 1999 by Keiichiro Toyama. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. It is a very critically acclaimed series of games. They've won a lot of awards, and it has a very, very dedicated and very, very loyal fan base. And the last planned installment in the franchise had its own fair share of controversy. The last Silent Hills project was set to be a collaboration between acclaimed video game director Hideo Kojima and acclaimed horror film director Guillermo del Toro. And the first look at the game was actually a playable teaser trailer that was debuted at Gamescom 2014 under the title PT. And at the very end was the reveal that it was actually going to be the next installment in the Silent Hill franchise starring Norman Reedus of Walking Dead fame. Fans of Silent Hill were absolutely thrilled. I can say firsthand that the gameplay is terrifying, and obviously it sparked a ton of interest in the game. But just over a year later, after the announcement of the game being developed in 2014, Konami announced the cancellation of the game. Hideo Kojima left Konami amid crazy rumors of really, really bad mistreatment of employees, some corporate restructuring, and a lot of controversy. It was a big deal. And not only did Hideo Kojima leave Konami on bad terms, but in the words of Guillermo del Toro, it was not a gentle and ambiguous cancellation. And it went so far as to make Guillermo del Toro vow to never again be involved in video game development. Yikes. But needless to say, fans were very disappointed. And with the cancellation of the game officially announced in 2015 by Konami, the franchise faded into obscurity until earlier this year in 2020. Now, this all started actually in February with some reports from Video Game Chronicles that there were some potential developments in the Silent Hill franchise, but things really started to heat up in April. In April, a blog post was posted to PlayStation Blog for the title of BLUEBOX Studios called Abandoned. Immediately, speculation that Hideo Kojima is behind it stirs in the comments, and the rumors continue to circulate, kind of staying alive until things really start heating up on June 15th when BLUEBOX tweets this. That's right, they intimate in this tweet that Abandoned is not in fact the real name of the game, and it starts with an S and ends with an L. Yeah, just dump gasoline on this fire, that'll be sure to put it out. Later that day, BLUEBOX posted this tweet, claiming it was not their intention to affiliate themselves with Hideo Kojima or the Silent Hill franchise, denying the allegations and rumors, but as these things are wont to do, now this theory has taken on a life completely its own. Now, since the June 15th tweet from BLUEBOX Studios, the speculation has exploded across the internet, across Twitter, in Reddit, saying that Hideo Kojima is actually behind all of this. BLUEBOX Studios is a fake front studio that he made. Now, BLUEBOX has tried to go to Twitter and tried to use their public media image to deny the allegations, but they have not had a lot of success, and fans are point blank just not buying it. For the believers out there, here's a list of some of the things or reasons or disparate connections that is fueling the idea that Hideo Kojima is behind all of this. First and foremost, Hideo Kojima has twice in the past used fake studios to tease the announcements or the reveals of games. He did it with Metal Gear 5, and he did it with PT to tease the release of his Silent Hill project. An interview was posted on AI Hub earlier this year with a Silent Hill composer, Akira Yamaoka, where he teased that there would probably be a summer reveal of a potential Silent Hill game. The interview was very quickly removed from AI Hub at the request of an undisclosed third party. Interesting. Hideo Kojima has done apparently nothing to sort of quell the controversy. He has, in fact, probably fueled it by letting out some very cryptic tweets, some things that seem disparately connected to the release. There's also the fact that BLUEBOX has no registered trademarks in the company name at all, and was founded in 2015, just a few months before the official departure of Hideo Kojima from Konami. Also, their website is like a defunct landing page. Also, let's not mention the fact that The LinkedIn profile of the company lists very few employees who all have stock photo images. It doesn't even look like there's real people behind this name. It's also strange and just kind of an odd thing that BLUEBOX Studios, despite having no track record of releasing any successful games in the past, has a partnership that they've announced and was able to post on the blog of PlayStation, Sony PlayStation. Like, how did a no-name Dutch indie studio get that kind of pull? Also, let's not forget the fact that Reddit users found Hasan Kahraman, the founder of BLUEBOX Studios' Steam account, whose username is Sneaky Warrior, which many believe to be a reference to Solid Snake from the Metal Gear franchise. Again, cue the Hideo Kojima links. Also, let's not forget there was a YouTube channel that was found bearing the same exact username that had a lot of the same content. Hasan Kahraman came out, publicly denied any ownership of the account, but it has since been deleted. But not before users were able to see some very odd and cryptic video titles, including one that said 2727, which April 27th, 2015 was the official announcement of the cancellation of the Silent Hill game, led by Hideo Kojima. And there's so much more, a series of small innuendos, things that in the abandoned trailer that are linked to Hideo Kojima games. There's also the fact that Kahraman and Hideo are the Turkish and Japanese equivalents respectively of the word hero, and Hasan Kahraman, Hideo Kojima share the same initials. And just a bunch of weird little things. Again, you can go to the Reddit to check out all of the tiny little details, but suffice it to say, there's plenty. So what does this all lead up to? Is Hideo Kojima developing another installment in the Silent Hill franchise using BLUEBOX Studios as a fake front for the development? Sadly, I think the answer is no. Now, I don't doubt at all that another Silent Hill game is on the way and probably going to be revealed very soon, even as soon as next week. But I don't think it has anything to do with Hideo Kojima. In my mind, the biggest hurdle to this whole theory is the fact that at the end of the day, Konami still owns the IP and publishing rights to Silent Hill, and they are on anything but friendly terms with Hideo Kojima, as far as I can tell, and as far as anybody else can tell either. And perhaps the last sort of nail in the coffin of this whole conspiracy theory is that recently, Bloober, Polish game developer of Medium and Blair Witch, announced a partnership with Konami that stated that they would be working on a horror game within an existing IP. So I think that Bloober is working on the Silent Hill game in conjunction with Konami, and that's the story. Perhaps a silver lining, or rather an alternative take in all of this, is that I do think that it's still potentially possible that there is more than one Silent Hill game on the way in the coming months and years. Now, this theory stems mainly from the fact that earlier this year in February, Video Game Chronicler had sources inside of Konami, apparently, saying that Konami was working with a well-known Japanese developer on a Silent Hill reboot or remake. Now, Bloober is a Polish developer. And while, of course, the Japanese developer could be Sony, Konami themselves came out shortly after the initial articles and rumors denying the rumors that they were working with Sony on anything related to Silent Hill. Ultimately, I think that Bloober is making the next Silent Hill game, and I think that a small Dutch gaming studio got caught up in a massive case of apophenia, which is the human tendency to give meaning to disparate pieces of information, like when you see a face in a cloud, or when you connect a seemingly bunch of innocuous details to come up with a massive conspiracy theory about a game that you really, really want to exist, led by a developer who you really, really like. As to the intentionality of all of this, now that's another case entirely, and perhaps to me, one of the more interesting things about this whole controversy to begin with. Because if Hasan Kahraman intentionally used the speculation and rumors and hype about a potential Silent Hill remake led by Hideo Kojima to land his own independent studio on the map,
fucking genius.
My hat's off to him. Now it's just a matter of whether or not he can survive the ban backlash when they find out what they really don't want to find out, which is that, no, BLUEBOX Studios is not a front for a Hideo Kojima Silent Hill. It's really what it says it is, which is a small Dutch studio developing an independent horror game. Time will tell. There's still a whole mess of speculation that's going on out there, and let's not forget that rumors are still swirling about the potential for a new Sony State of Play happening as early as next week, potentially on the 8th, like I intimated in my update video. So who knows? Maybe we'll see some announcements there. Maybe something will finally clear this all up and give us a definitive answer on whether or not, or who the hell is making this freaking game. I'm sure there will be a lot of fans either ecstatic or disappointed no matter which way it goes, but as I said, only time will tell. So let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Are you a believer? Do you think it's still possible? Are you in the camp that is like decidedly no, there's no way? Let me know. But that is it, you guys, for my video today. I hope I managed to keep it under 5 minutes. I really don't know. I won't know until I get into the edit.
Yeah, right.
Cannot wait to see the reveal, to finally put an end to all of this one way or the other, and again, just sort of like resolve everything. It's really, really exciting and super fun to kind of dive down the rabbit hole, whether or not you believe. If you like this video, please make sure to show some love by giving it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already, and as always, game it till you make it. I'll catch you in the next one.